Good morning, my name is Sally Berkery and I'm the Managing Director of CEW UK. In recent years, the beauty industry has talked a lot about the importance of tech and specifically about digital innovation given the growth in e-commerce. Augmented reality and artificial intelligence software plays an important role in this digital innovation, whether in-store or online, as it allows a faster, more hygienic but still realistic means for the consumer to try out products and get recommendations. Pre-pandemic, this was a nice to have and was well used by some of the biggest beauty brands. But post-pandemic, it seems more pressing than ever for brands to provide a means to try on products virtually. This technology is interactive and fun to engage with, but it's also a commercial tool that drives conversion. But what does it really mean? What services are available and how do brands use it? Chen, SVP and CSO, joins us today from Perfect Corp. Lewis has worked in the digital tech industry for 20 years. He's passionate about beauty tech and assisting beauty brands with digital advancement. Just for you to be aware, we've pre-recorded Lewis's presentation as we wanted to share some demos with you as part of the session. However, he'll be joining us live from his office in Taipei, Taiwan at the end in order to answer your questions. So please feel free to engage with us through the Q&A function at the bottom of your screens, and he will answer as many questions as possible in the time that we have. So for the next 15 minutes or so, please sit back and enjoy learning more about the benefits and intricacies of the virtual beauty tech world. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for CEW invitation. I'm Chen, Chief Strategy Officer at Perfect Corp. So today I would like to share with you the essential digital beauty solutions for the new world after the COVID-19. The effect of the COVID-19 is still going on, unfortunately, and in some places it's getting even more serious. So the beauty tech is here to help the brands to prepare for the long-term battle with this pandemic. The world has changed so much in the past 90 days for most of us. But business has to think on a very different way to keep engaging with customers when the retail shops are closed and users are shopping more online. So the sudden impact has made every brand to rethink about their business strategy and how to use the technology to close the gap in offering the similar, if not better, experience online. So the pandemic isn't going away anytime soon. So as we know, more than half of the world are still in lockdown or partially open. So this uncertainty has created a great impact to our business world. So we think that it's time for the digital upgrade to help combat this new norm. We are now right in the middle of the second pandemic wave. So here from the chart, you can see the new virus cases is growing each day. Just this last week, the US has recorded a single day over 70,000 new virus cases. When the first virus impacted us back in March, no one was well prepared. And we all know that what happened. So now brands should start thinking again how to be better prepared when the second wave or the third wave of the pandemic has happened. So this is going to be a long-term battle for all the brands. Going digital is not only a short-term solution, it is really a long-term investment that we should all thinking about. The paradigm shift is already happening. So where users used to have a close interaction is now being replaced by social distancing. When the traditional purchase happened in retail, now it's happening more and more online. When we used to all work in a shared space in the office, it's now being substituted by work from home across the world. And all of our outdoor activities are being displaced by digital entertainment at home. This is a whole new paradigm shift happening, and companies must be ready to win in this paradigm. And in order to do that, we think that digital beauty innovations can help brands both in online and retail to combat that. For online, brands can be upgrading the shopping experiences with virtual try-on technology, with personalized recommendation, and more rich interactive video contents. And equally for offline retail, how to offer a more touchless experience is going to be the key. To offer a safe shopping to consumer with digital sample and a non-touch solution. There's no doubt that investing in digital is the only survival for beauty brands at this moment. So here are the few key challenges that the consumer, when they're shopping online, they are looking for, how to try the product online before the purchase, how to get an expert consultation services before the purchase when they have questions about the products or how to use that, and ultimately how to look for a more personalized shopping experience among all. As the e-commerce is the only growing segment in this moment, I think the brand have to really think about how to enrich that user engagement. And here are the 3 essential steps that I recommend everyone to look at. One is to offer the essential via the online virtual try-on. Whether you are trying on makeup products or hair coloring, the technology is ready and is very simple to use. Consumers can indirectly engage with your product when they are shopping on your .com. Or if users are looking for more expert recommendations, you can leverage on AI. Technology such as Shade Finder can help identify users' skin shade and skin tones and help her decide the right foundations. Or use the AI skin diagnostic technology to help her understand better the state of her skin concerns and give her the right treatment and the right product recommendations. And recently, we have enriched a more engaging content with the online video experience. Technology such as the Web Beauty Advisor 101 will give users a one-on-one consultation service that they are looking for, just like interacting with the real BA in store. Or you can broadcast or live cast your AI live shows with the influencers of the masterclass. So you are spreading the word, you're spreading the news with a more and more engaging video content. As the online experience is transforming from the traditional passive into a more active role, traditional e-commerce is just listing endless products for users to try and browse by itself. Is now being replaced by a more engaging technology, whether through AR or through live casting. So technology such as AI skin diagnostic, the user knows the skin conditions by analyzing over 8 types of skin concerns. For example, knowing the level of the fine lines and wrinkles and textures and oiliness can guide user to a much better engagement factor. And the newly added AR video experience can offer a true one-on-one BA consultation experience even remotely, sending user a virtual try product for them to try directly in their phone. So the data already show that consumer growing demand in digital beauty services is growing really, really rapidly, especially after the lockdown. Our numbers shows here the virtual try-on grew 32% compared before the pandemic, and the BA 101 cost was demanding 50% more than in the past. Plus, the AI Live program was watched twice longer in average than before the lockdown. So all of these very positive signs that consumer behavior is changing very rapidly, and the brands should quickly adapt to these new trends. Here I want to share with you a new technology and a new experience that we developed for the brands, the new online video experience to engage furthermore with the users. We call it the Beauty Advisor one-on-one on the web. The BA one-on-one on the web can give users direct access directly from the .com and give the BA an online one-on-one experience so the user don't feel alone when they are doing the purchase decisions. So here, let me play you a short demo video of how this technology works. Let's play the video, please.
Hi, thank you for calling.
I would like to attend a party in the weekend. Would you recommend me some of the looks?
Oh, absolutely. So first, I have to enable the teaching mode. Please accept on your side. Okay, how about we start off by trying some full looks, just to get an idea?
Yeah, sure. Wow.
How about we go with brighter lips?
Yes, I think I like this one.
So you can purchase all the products that we used.
Can I also change the lip color?
Absolutely. Let's see, you have different options for you.
Yes, I think I like this one better. I will add it to the cart.
Amazing.
I'm happy to help. Anything else I can do for you?
Oh no, I think this is awesome. Thank you so much for your recommendation. Goodbye.
As you can see from the video, this technology is really very cool for the retail. So our partnership here with Alta in the US, where we are showing this pilot run with a BA one-on-one. So each day, 5 days a week, during the day, the BA will be online waiting for customer to call in. And during this call, consumer can ask them any question about the beauty, about the brand, about the products. And the BA, using their expertise, will be able to give user a direct recommendation, and combine that with the AR virtual try-on. User can even remotely try the product when they are doing a video chat. So innovation doesn't stop there. We are also bringing innovation to the retail space. We call it the innovative phygital. So the touchless revolution is going to happen in the beauty soon. So when the stores start to reopen, a new wave of touchless solutions shall be in place to continue to offer the premium experience to users, even there's no a physical touch. The AR technology is really very suitable for this type of usage. No retailer will ever put a physical traditional tester on the shelf, or no consumer would dare to touch those testers, and not to mention to put on their skin or their lip. So AR will grow in the physical world, where smart make a mirror with AR technology will allow shoppers to try safely the product on their face in real-time video before they make the purchase decisions. Here is another example of how a Korean beauty brands are using makeup mirrors in the store to offer a touchless cosmetic shopping. So beauty AR is critical to restore confidence in consumers while they are shopping in store. In phygital, we are bringing a few innovations for non-touch. And here are 3 examples. One, we are upgrading the virtual try-on experience to detect the facial mask and allow users to try eye product without taking the mask down. Or to create a color swatch experience using their arm, and so they can try different shades while still wearing the mask. And another in-store upgrade is to upgrade the kiosk to support voice activation and gesture control. So everything will become touchless and is safe to use. AR is really the right technology to help many brands partners. And here I want to share with you some brand success cases, how they're using AI and AR in beauty tech. Beauty AR is a must for consumer shopping experience because when users try more, they always end up buying more. And you can offer users unlimited product for them to try. You increase your product engagement and ultimately increase your sales. Here, our partner at Estée Lauder are using AI to offer a variety of different digital services, such as foundation finder, both in store and online, and also makeup virtual try-on. It helped them get as much as 2.5 times more higher sales conversion in lipstick sales. Together with Perfect Corp, Estée Lauder has over 17,000 of their BAs sign up in the online AR live training program. So this technology allows their BA to access the latest in beauty training, even at the lockdown. Another example here is a partnership with Benefit, which we developed a state-of-the-art brow AR experience for their online shop. And immediately after the launch, they have seen over 113% increase in sales conversions for the visitor who come to their websites. And on average, they'll spend over 100% more time in the website trying their products, and ultimately increase 20% in their add to cart ratio. Our partner at Madison Reed, with the introduction of the hair color virtual try-on, immediately saw over 38% of users that tried the virtual try-on will buy the products. And the virtual try-on experience helped them grow more than 10 times in the online sales recently. The innovation also covered the skincare area. So our partnership with La Roche-Posay are using AI and camera and machine learning to help user diagnose the state of the acne. So they will understand which are the right product for them to use depending on the various stage of the acne inflammations. So the AI skincare is really the next big thing that we think is going to change the consumer online shopping behavior for skincare products. So here you can see we already can detect 8 types of skin diagnostic in real time. Anything from wrinkles, fine lines, oiliness, moisture level, redness, dark circles. and it will give user a better confidence and more objective reading of what they need. So to conclude, my recommendation is for the brand to start digitizing all your products, especially on the AR format. It will be an essential piece for you to engage with your customer in this new norm. And then integrate this beauty tech solution across your omni-channel solutions, journeys. And by using more analytics to measure and to optimize the experience in this digital journey path. It is very important to mention that all these technologies shall be implemented across all consumer touchpoints. The omni-channel strategy is important to offer user a unified experience no matter where she is visiting your .com store, your mobile apps, your physical store, or your e-commerce market partnership sites. The more consistent experience you can provide to consumers using across different channels, you create a better harmony and better brand image for you. So it is time to think about your 360-degree deployment when planning for your digital strategy during the COVID-19 impact. So let's all be better prepared this time for the next wave of the virus attack. So thank you all for listening to these sessions. And now let's open for any question from the audience. Thank you.
Hello, hey everyone. So I'm Lois. Thank you for attending these sessions. So I see there are a few questions that the audience has already started to ask. So I'll go through some of them. So there was a question about, did you notice any beauty trends during the pandemic, and what are consumers looking for at this time? So it's very interesting. Every quarter we publish a global color trend report based on the UK Makeup mobile app, right? So we have hundreds of millions of users who are using this app, and they're trying on different colors, different shades, and different products. And one immediate notice changes that we noticed after the pandemic is the growth of the eye category. So typically around half of the try-on happened on the lipstick colors in the past. But since March, since April, we have seen the eye category is growing at much faster pace. And our assumption is just because people are starting to wear more the mask, so you can't see very much the shade. So this is something that I think people are investing more time in learning to put on eye makeup. So we've seen that happening in the trend. The second thing is overall, I think virtual try-on is just very much convenient. And because people are very much locked at home and spending more time online, I think they are trying to find other ways to interact with the product. So something that they typically have done using a physical sample is now being quickly replaced with virtual try-on. One thing we noticed from the demand, partner demand from the beauty brands, in the last couple of months, the demand has grown somewhere between 10 to 15 times higher. That beauty brands are coming to us and say, okay, my business is now transformed, it's much more digital, and I do need this technology. How do I get that on quickly? So to just answer, I think those are the quick trends that we have seen happening just in the last few weeks. Moving on to next questions. Someone asking how difficult it is to integrate virtual try-on into an e-commerce site. It's actually very mature technology already. So the technology, if you are running on Shopify or Demandware or Magento or any e-commerce platform, it's a very simple coding. It's a predefined set of web modules that just with a few lines of code, you'll be able to do that. Or if you are running on Shopify platform, for example, you don't even have to write the code. You can pretty much just drag and drop the module into your e-commerce and it'll be ready. Of course, you have still to go through the process of digitizing your assets. And I think that is an important step, but it's also very streamlined and easy to use nowadays. So we offer a complete set of tools and training to help the beauty brands to digitize their product in the right shade, and also very importantly, in textures. So give you an example, just for lipstick category, we support 7 types of textures, from the traditional matte and glossy to more newer neon, even a metallic, shimmer. So this is all achievable with AR with a very true to life effects. So recommend you to, if you have interest in this technology, to pay a visit to our website the www.perfectcorp.com, and you can apply for free trial accounts where you can download the module and start playing with it in your e-commerce site. And there are documentation and other help that you can find online as well from the website. I think there was a similar question that if I'm interested to integrate this in my business, what advice should I have? So again, the first is to digitize your product. Not only lipstick, it could be eyeshadow palette, your foundation, or even if you have skincare products, you can do that too for each of these concerns that I mentioned at the presentation. And then second thing is integrating this module, whether it's in an SDK for your mobile app or in the website as a web plugin. Okay, next question. Someone is asking, what do I think about the future of AR for beauty? I think in the last 5 years, we came a long, long way in applying AR for beauty, in the beauty tech specifically. The realness of the effects has grown so much that it's become harder and harder to tell the difference between a real makeup product that people take on the selfie image or it was added through augmented reality. And I think that trend is going to continue, that the hyper-realistic is coming. I just saw an internal demo of the next generation AR effects from our lab, and it's very amazing. It's up to a point that it's very hard to tell the difference between a real makeup product versus artificial one. So I think the resolution in the camera and the processing power in the smartphone devices is going to help tremendously the amount of computing power that we can do. So one thing, for example, is now we're able to detect the different facial attributes. So everyone has a different shape in their face, or the eye shape, the eye angle, the setting, the lip shape, the size. And I think the combination of the image recognition, be able to understand better your consumer, your users, what is their skin tone, what is their style, what is their hairstyle, and how should the makeup pair that with the color of their eye, the color of their lip, or the skin tone. I think it's going to give user a much, much better experience in AR for beauty in the coming near future. Give you an example, over the years, we have created over 3,000 AR looks in our mobile app. And it's great that there's a lot of them. There's always something for someone, but I don't think consumers have that patience to go over so many looks and choose one by one. Consumers are really looking for more expert advice to say, okay, what is really suitable for me, right? So what's the technique for contour? What's the technique for my style? And if we be able to use technology to help her choose a better personalized experience, I think that's going to bring tremendous improvement over this usage. Okay, so I have another question from the audience. Are there any brand who you feel has been using AI and AR effectively? So in my presentation, I shared 3 or 4 use cases already of our brands, and we have partnered over 280 brands worldwide, and I think all of them have been found a way to use the technology effectively for their products. So I want to call out a few key partner brands from Estée Lauder Group that includes MAC, Bobbi Brown, Tom Ford, Clinique. I think they all embrace digital technology really, really fast. So you can try a lot of these technology already in their .com website. Or for example, in China, they are using these on Alibaba Tmall. They're using these in their WeChat social page. So it's really coming into various different omnichannel journeys. So it doesn't matter where is the user interacting with you. You always want to offer that same type of experience and speak to the same voice. So I think there are many brands are already been piloting these proof of concept in the last 2 years, and now this year, especially after the pandemic, I think they're moving a lot faster and then really deploying this in market. I think you're going to see so many more brands coming with this solution in the very near future. Okay, so there was a question about skincare. So other than the product recommendation, how will AI skincare differentiate by brand? This is a very good question. Skincare products, unlike color, is very, very unique in the show. So one thing that we learn when we're doing this with the skincare brands is going through dermatologist calibration process, right? So because every formula, every diagnosis, it has to be paired with a clinical study and to prove it is correlated. So typically we've done that with every single brand that we launched the product, from Neutrogena at Johnson & Johnson, La Roche-Posay at L'Oreal, Innisfree at Amos Pacific. So we work closely with the lab and to be able to understand how their product efficacy work and how their dermatologists are diagnosing their patients. And we are creating an AI machine to do exactly the same. So it doesn't matter if the patient or the customer is coming to their retail and asking for advice, or they're using that through their online digital solution, they'll get the same recommendation. So that's the goal. I think this is just the start on the skincare. There's so many skin concerns that is under development, and then we'll go very deep in this again. Quick question, someone asked me what's the name of the website. www.perfectcorp.com. Thank you. I have another question, someone asking if the brand can get the data report from the virtual try-ons. Yes, you can. Right. So one thing we build that's different to other solutions out there is not just the engine, but it's the entire infrastructure, the cloud infrastructure that comes behind it. So you'll be able to get all the analytics. You understand what's the trend. You can segment that by different geographies. For example, you want to know how is the East Coast usage model is different to the West Coast usage model. You'll be able to get the report directly from there. And then use that in your marketing campaign, use that in your inventory planning. It's quite useful. Okay, I have a question here. Someone asking if we are able to collect the data, as example, email address. Yes. So one typical use case that the brands, when they are deploying this solution, is when user, and we learned this actually from the field, when the client comes and they start applying virtual makeup, and at the end of the session, typically the consumer looks really beautiful with the makeups. And very often she will ask a question, when we take the photo and say, can you send that photo to me? And I think that is a perfect moment when you can ask user for their contact. And so at the end of the session, there's a feature called Get Photo, where we prompt the user to enter the email address. Or in China, for example, you show the QR code that they can snap with the WeChat, and they'll bind the account and they'll be able to send them through WeChat. So in some brands are using this tool also as an extension to the CRM strategy. Let me see, there are so many questions here. Okay, this is an interesting one. Someone asking to hear if there were any innovation, AI innovation in the fragrance sector. That's a very good question. That's something we have been trying to pilot to see how the technology, whether it's AI or AR, can help user choose the right fragrance. And again, this is still in research form. I'd like to share with you the progress. So one thing is we try to build a correlation between the visual element to what is the perceived odor, the smell. And I think it's interesting that if you close your eye and you start thinking about, a field of flower in yellow or in pink or blue, or you actually mentally you start have some reflection and you have some correlation in terms of some type of smell. So we try to build a database to understand how that correlate different colors in your memory to the different smell, and that potentially could give users some guidance in how to choose that. The other things is try to understand better from a personality analysis perspective. If we're able to ask user a few questions from survey, plus we use the camera because we're able to see the user's facial reactions. and be able to analyze, for example, from let's say you have wrinkles and lines in different area of your face. What does that tell you about your personality, right? Are you a very optimistic person, a pessimistic person? You are a very open-minded, happy person, or others, and try to build a correlation to different type of fragrance choices. So I think it's still early in the research field, but interesting that somebody asked that, and so I would like to add a comment there. Okay, let's see more question here. So somebody asked you, so what is the next for Perfect Corp, and what is the upcoming new tech that we are working on? So I think it's an evolution of what I just said, relying heavily on AI, big data, to offer really a personalized experience, and especially when it comes to skincare segment, right? So we want to understand better users' skin conditions, whether they are dry skin or oiliness or moisture level. So they take care of their skin better. And I think bringing the awareness that you have to take care of your skin is important, and you'll be able to show that effectively using a smartphone and a camera technology, you'll be a lot more convincing. Right? So I think a lot of users, especially the young, they don't realize what they're doing is damaging their skin until sometimes too late. And I think the camera AI technology are able to detect that well in advance. So every subtle changes, assuming if you are taking that selfie once every day, we able to record that progress over time and let user know that, okay, maybe the sunlight is too strong and the UV is too strong, you have to take a better protection, or maybe it's just the air pollution is getting worse, and then you have to take care special in your skin or others. So in a nutshell, I think some of the next big projects is around this area to utilize more the AI image recognition and to build a more complete solution for all type of skin analysis. I have a question here about what's the percentage of consumers go on to buy after testing a product digitally. So it varies from brand to brand, but we have collected enough data to understand the user pattern and their behavior. So the first thing is when the brand introduced this solution in their website is they immediately see a very high interest when people start clicking that virtual try-on button. And when I say high, typically it's range between 30 to 50%. So very high percentage of visitor, when you put that button in your product page, they want to see, okay, how do I look in that product? That's the first thing. The second thing, we immediately notice that users spend a lot more time on your website, because now it's not just browsing and looking at beautiful images of the product or maybe model images, but now they're able to see their own faces with your product on. And users they don't realize or they don't perceive that as advertising, right? So when I see a beautiful model picture and I feel this is advertising, maybe I'm finding that cross and try to close that ad. But when I see my face in the camera, it's like watching in a mirror. And I have a daughter, a 12-year-old daughter, and she spends so much time in front of the mirror. So I think this is just a natural behavior that people want to see themselves and try more products. So for example, our partnership with Alibaba on Tmall, when we introduced this technology in September last year, immediately they saw the user was spending 6 to 7 times longer in their mobile app, because now all of a sudden they're trying more and more products. On average, we're seeing that every session user will try at least 12 different shades of lipstick, right? So imagine that is not ever possible in a physical retail environment. How would the consumer try 12 different colors? They have to put it on and take it out and put it on again. They probably don't have that patience or it's not clean to do that. So I think that technology helped a lot for consumer engagement first. In terms of conversion rate, we have seen somewhere on average, the minimum we're seeing an increase of 15% conversion rate. On average, we're seeing almost 20%. In a better case scenario, we're seeing 60% improvement in conversion rate. So I think make a virtual try-on is something already very well proven by many brands that have been using this. Okay, my time is up, so I think I will maybe answer one more question. Let me just go through here. Okay, so besides makeup and skincare, what else we can offer? So other thing that is being proven very effectively is for the hair category. So not only the hair color dye that you can try on different, and we have so many different effects, whether it's ombre or half dye. We have even the latest pigmented color dye. So, and we're working on balayage and other techniques for AR hair dye. The other thing is extension of that to hair care. So we're able to just take in a few images of your hair and tell you your hair type and give you a recommendation of what type of hair care product should be suitable for you, depending on what type of hair that you have. So I think this will be another interesting area that we will continue to develop. Okay, so I think my time is up. So thank you everyone for today's session. So back to you, Sally.
Thank you, Lewis, for your time and for the fascinating insights and examples how this technology can be used by brands and retail to great effect. And thank you, everybody, for joining us this morning. I know you're incredibly busy, but I think it's been a great session. And if you have any further questions, do get in touch with us and obviously get in touch with Lewis directly. CEW will continue to offer regular webinars across a variety of topics that we hope will help your brand and your business as we move forward through this pandemic. And as I say each week in the newsletter, if you have any suggestions for speakers or topics that you'd find useful, please do get in touch. The CEW is about you, the members, and that's what we're here to do. You can get in touch with us directly from the website, or I'm sally@cewuk.co.uk. But for now, have a really fantastic day and we'll see you soon. Thank you.